Well, we just had our earnings call today, and we had a wonderful second quarter on the land-based side. We also talked a lot about our omni-channel approach on the interactive side, and we're just out there putting our finances together. We're emerging with the GameSys, an English company that deal should close in the fourth quarter, probably October, November. And that's a big deal for us on the interactive side, dealing with mobile sports betting and interactive games, as well as the play for fun, as well as fantasy sports and gamification, if you will, through our affiliation with Sinclair of all types of sports throughout in the coming years. So it's exciting. It's a very aggressive, forward-thinking strategy that our chairman, Soo Kim, has challenged us to execute. And I'm on the land-based side, and what I'm focused on is making sure that I accommodate the interactive side in every possible way, so that when a customer, no matter where a customer ever lights in all the applications that we have, they'll be recognized and they'll be accommodated accordingly. And there's a lot of cross-pollination there, so I'm excited about it, and it's certainly intriguing.
Yeah, and this is great news, and this association and acquisition of this company is major for you guys, and it seems like things are still like pedal to the metal for you guys, no stopping, right?
Yeah, well, we have another acquisition, the Tropicana Las Vegas, which should close in the first quarter of 22. And we have under construction, soon to be under construction, a casino in Penn State, which will be done. I'm not sure. I think it's should be done in late 22 or 23. I'm not sure about that date, but that's a greenfield built from. Oh no, it's not. It's a renovation in a mall. I'm sorry. So it's an exciting project. It gets us in Pennsylvania on the interactive side as well.
Yeah, and you have some other stuff going on other properties too, like in Kansas, right? Renovations there, expansions.
Well, yeah, of course. We have all the capital projects. We have a $40 million capital program going on in Kansas City. Broke ground. Official groundbreaking is the 18th, but they started moving stuff around yesterday, and that is, we're excited about that. It's going to completely change the look of the property and add some restaurants and retail component to it. Also, there's a celebrity casino that's being built as I speak, taking a part of the casino that was there, and it'll be for our premium customers who maybe have not visited the property as much as we'd like them to visit. I think they'll be lured to the property more as a result of that. Then there's the construction and the expansion up in Rhode Island, which is a significant development that came as a result of the long-term contract that we have with the state and along with IGT, where we now have ownership. We have 23% ownership of the slots in the casino now, whereas we were completely always the slots belong to IGT, and the lottery controlled the whole situation. We now own 23%, and I think the 1st of January we'll own 40%. So with that came an expansion, and that's a pretty exciting expansion. Certainly going to address some of our table game customers as well in that expansion. And then we go to Shreveport, where we're going to spend a significant amount of money in Shreveport, doing some restaurant work and some casino expansion work. And it's and every casino has our signature approach, which is to get the floor up to as highly competitive a state as it possibly can be. The best slot product, the best table game product. And so we have that in a clear vision. And sometimes that takes more than 1 year. but we have plans for all of our casinos. So with this new credit facility that we raised and new credit deal that we did, we'll have access to the capital to get all this done.
That's fantastic. And so this is all working towards that vision that you were talking about unifying the land-based and the digital, right? To make
Yeah, it is. It's I don't want to speak out of turn about the omni-channel or the interactive side of it, because I'm really on the land-based side of it. But I get the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is, the merger of these two worlds, so that our company is exactly what our chairman has the vision for, and that is, a leading omni-channel company. We think in order to survive long term, you have to go in this direction.
Yeah, there's no question about that, and that's the way things are headed. And you guys are on the forefront of that, and including all the renovations and all the properties, the expansions, the building out of the digital, and it's all coming together. Phil, from a bird's eye point of view here, with all the variables that are happening, in the world, this new variant and everything like that, how does everything look for you from here?
Well, right now we're in a pretty good place. I obviously don't have a crystal ball. I don't know how this ends up, but right now we're hoping that there'll be no closures, and we'll be allowed to operate full capacity. Whether in some cases there's a mask mandate. There's one in Louisiana. There's one in Missouri. There's one in California. So we'll abide by the mask mandate, and then where there isn't any, mask will be a choice, right? And I guess I take a position like everybody takes a position. I don't, I just hope as many people as can possibly get the vaccination get it, because I think it's a deterrent to any serious outcome should the Delta variant, should you be a victim of that.
Yeah, and that's the vaccinations. That's the key to everything. Phil, in terms of the hiring issues that people are having all over the country, are you guys experiencing the same thing?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it's caused us some pain. I mean, people made a decision, why go to work when I'm making more money than I was making when I went to work? Okay. So consequently, we can't spread games. We don't have enough dealers. We can't open hotel rooms. We don't have enough people to work in the hotel. We have problems processing people at what is called our Players Club. So we're it's universal. That problem's universal, and we're no different. So we do have the problem.
Phil, do you see that getting better? Do you see any indication that?
Yeah, well, trend. Right. So what we understand is that many states have pulled back on the federal supplemental supplement to unemployment. Right. They pulled back, and that's helped, I guess. And then the situation in some of the other states is that it runs out in September. Okay. So we'll see what happens then.
But, you think do you think that this is a longer term trend, or is it just rooted in these supplemental payments that the government's giving them?
Well, logic tells you that the situation is, because of what I described, people sitting at home with, more money than they had when they went to work. I mean, it's a tough hurdle to overcome, right? I think about when I was making that kind of wage. I don't know that I would have been so fast to get to work,
Yeah.
Right. But by the same token, there's people lose in that scenario too, though. They lose perhaps their seniority. They lose their schedule preferences and things of that nature, So they need, and they sometimes lose their chance for advancement, right? Are you going to advance somebody that came to work through the whole thing, or somebody that took advantage of the situation?